Switch it. Push it down. Good job.
The next one.
Yeah, Uncle Jake's gonna ride on the back.
Not me.
No, you're gonna ride up here with Dad.
Yeah. Mom fall off.
You might fall off, huh?
Yeah.
So Jake, Alice, and I are just running around filling up all the equipment real quick this afternoon. Just trying to get ready for tonight. My brother's been cutting hay all day, so this walker probably needs a bit of fuel too. Then hopefully tonight, once it cools off a bit and we start getting a little bit of moisture in the air, we'll try to start baling up some dry hay. No, don't do that, buddy. We don't want to get it everywhere. Okay, this one's not going to take very much, okay?
Why?
It's already pretty full.
Take very much.
It's not going to take very much. So you got to be fast, okay? So tonight will be the first dry hay that we're going to do this year. We've just been bagging some of this wetter hay just as we've been waiting for the hay to dry down there. So we just started bagging behind it. And now that some of the hay's getting dry, we're going to start doing dry hay tonight. But we got about half a bag here and two full bags here and just a little stubby bag over there. And that was just the remainder of a bag that we had from last year, so it wasn't very long. There's maybe 7-8 bales in there. So we probably have just over 2.5 full bags right now of silage. Morning everyone. So we were all out working pretty late last night. I was running that 3x3 baler and my dad was down at Randall's in the 4x4 baler. My brother was out loading all this hay. I know I didn't really film much of it last night, but that 3x3 baler seemed to be working really good after them repairs we did to it. So we got quite a few 3x3 bales here on the wagon train. And we've got another truck and trailer load that's already loaded up down in the field. And I think there's maybe 10 more 3x3s down there that we need to pick up and haul up here. But I just noticed on this wagon train there's a few low tires. They're not flat, but they're a little low, a little squishy. So I just ran up and grabbed this portable air compressor and gonna fill up some of these lower tires and make sure we don't run into any problems with them. So once I get this done and have a little bit of breakfast, I'm gonna run down to Randall's and rake some hay just while we still got a little bit of dew on the ground. You can kind of see, I don't know how well you can see it, but even me just walking through this grass here, still a bit of little dew. So I'm gonna do this real quick and we'll run down there and rake some hay. This old Alice Chalmers has been running pretty good for us. Guess we'll probably get the hood back on there eventually, but it's been raking quite a bit of hay. So I'm gonna fire it up and I'm gonna finish raking down here at Randall's and it'll probably take it back up to our place so we can keep going up there. This is that 4-way that we planted down at Randall's this spring. I'm starting to head out a little bit. Probably use a little bit of rain on it, but we don't want it to rain right now with all our hay on the ground. I know I've explained what 4-way is in the past, but if you're new to the channel or didn't watch that video, all 4-way is just it's a mixture of beardless barley, oats, wheat, and peas. So that's what we put into this field out here, is that mixture. I just finished raking the rest of this stuff down here at Randall's. I got the rakes all folded up and we'll head back up to our place. It's already starting to get pretty warm today. We're supposed to get pretty hot by the end of the week. I mean, hot for us is, you know, around mid 90s, low 90s. That's pretty hot for us up here. I'm just heading out here to this wheel line to get it rolled back into the field here, and hopefully we'll get these sprinklers going here next day or two. I just rolled that one over there on the other side of our road. I rolled it out and got it hooked up. So we'll do this one next. Oh, ha. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just finish pulling this wagon train load of hay across the road, and we'll start unloading it. And we're probably gonna put all this hay up in that Quonset. This will all be horse hay that we'll save for customers later on. I'm gonna run back down in the field and grab that truck and trailer load of hay and bring it up, and I'll just probably park it over in that field right in front of our house for now till we get these wagons unloaded. So something else we're trying to get done today is move, I think, about eight pairs of the cows. So when we went up on the range earlier this spring, about a month ago, we kept home 8 cows that hadn't calved yet. I had 2 cows, and I believe my dad had 6 that hadn't calved, and they've calved out now. So we're gonna try to haul these cows up to the range and get them up there for the summer, so we don't have to keep feeding them. So that's on the to-do list today also, and hopefully we can get that done before too late in the afternoon, and then we'll probably just go to hauling some more hay and stacking hay, get ready to bale some more hay tonight to start the cycle all over again tomorrow. I'm gonna ask that you guys be a little bit patient with me this summer while we're haying. I don't know that I'll be able to keep my kind of normal schedule with these videos going, just with how busy we are haying and whatnot, because I've been trying to put out a video every Sunday morning. But even last week I wasn't able to do that, and now we're really into hay season, and I'll try my best, but if I miss a few of them scheduled videos, that's why. We're just busy trying to get the hay in. Up goes. Up goes. Up goes. Up goes. Up goes. Easy. It goes. We just cut out 2 of these older bulls and then this cow and calf. And this is that same cow that I was telling you guys about that got her hoof stuck in our old chute and cut all her tendons. So I just didn't really want to send her up on the range. She's getting around pretty good now, but I just don't know what all that walking and hiking would do to her. So we're gonna keep her and her calf home this summer. What are we doing, Jake?
We're doing the cows.
We're doing the cows, huh? I wasn't able to film much when we dumped these cows off up here on the range. we had to unload off the highway, and things happened so quick that we just pretty much unloaded and pushed them up the trail. We had a lot of help from our family and some family friends to get them pushed up there. Everything seemed to work out good. They paired up nice, and then we just pushed them through the gate. So they should be pretty happy up here. Else is the hay ready to bale? Here, grab a chunk. Grab another chunk. Twist it. Is it dry enough? I think so too. Morning, everyone. So my dad and I baled until about 1:30 last night, and we were able to finish pretty much everything down at Randall's. We just got a little pasture piece, maybe 5 acres, if that. I'm gonna run down and try to finish baling up this morning. But before we run down there, I'm gonna try to go and unload that wagon load of hay, and hopefully that trailer load too, because we didn't get around to it yesterday with moving them cows. So when we were down there baling last night, my brother was cutting some more hay, and my cousin Kenny was raking hay, and everybody worked till about 1:30ish last night. I think my brother worked until almost 2:30 cutting hay. So we got a lot done last night, and we're gonna just keep chugging along. Got the wagons all unloaded. Let's cut down and finish baling up that little pasture piece at Randall's, and it'll be all done down there until we start cutting some of the more meadow pieces and that 4-way. So for anybody curious on how many bales we haul on this wagon train, we can fit 55 of them 3x3s on here. I'll have to think for a minute how many round bales we can put on here, but yeah, there's 55 3x3s on there. got these wheel lines going yesterday. We're running a little short on water in the slough, so we weren't quite able yet to turn on our pivot, at least one of the pivots. So we're just hoping to get some more water in the slough over the next couple of days and hopefully get that one pivot going. So I finished hauling all that hay down at Randall's today, and I'm just heading out to go bale some hay tonight, and hoping we can go for quite a while tonight and get a lot more baled. My dad just finished cutting this little strip of hay where the pivot was sitting. So you can see how tall and thick some of this stuff is. And over on this side here, this is what I'm gonna start baling tonight. I tried baling a little bit this last night, but it still is a little bit too wet. And we're gonna put that into horse hay, so we didn't want to risk it at all. So we just let it dry another day. Feels plenty dry. Like parts of the windrows last night were dry enough, but then you get into these little swales here where the grass is so heavy, and these are a little bit wet still, so I think we'll be good to go tonight. So it looks like we got a little bit more water in the slough, so we're gonna try to get this pivot going. So I'm gonna try to bale a few of these windrows right by the pivot, just so it's not misting onto them windrows, and hopefully we can get this going tonight. And after I get them few windrows baled up, I'll hop back over to this field and start baling up this. So we got my cousin Kenny just right in front of me raking. So I think we're gonna try to rake about eight of these windrows. So we just rake these two together. So then those two, maybe these two, and then two more over there. Because that center pivot's right there, and we're just worried about the water drifting a little bit behind. So we're just trying to clean up this hay, and it looks dry enough to bale, but we'll see here pretty soon. Showing it being kind of borderline, but I think we'll be okay. We'll probably just get out and test them before we do anything with them and see how they're testing with the moisture probe. Trying to keep an eye on those repairs that we did. So I try to get off every hour or so and just make sure nothing's breaking or falling apart. Looks like we got plenty of water now. They must have turned in some more water up there. So when I was baling last night, my dad came over here and started cutting some of this horse hay piece. These are some big, heavy windrows. Look at this stuff. If we can get this to dry, this should make some excellent horse hay. This is that piece that has all the timothy and the brome, a little bit of alfalfa in there. There's really nice horse hay here. So I baled until about 1:30 last night. I'm just coming back out here this morning to see if I can't bale some more this morning. I don't usually get to bale a whole lot in the mornings just because I'm usually at work, but I'm not working today, and hopefully I'll make use of the time and get some more hay baled. So I grabbed a couple bales of twine, grabbed the grease gun. We'll grease that baler up a bit and refill any twine that's out and see what it does. It might be a little bit too early still, but it's been so warm, you know, over this week, and like last night it didn't get too cold, so I think we should be in pretty good shape, I'm hoping. So my cousin Kenny raked this piece last night, and we're hoping to get this baled up tonight, and probably hopefully this piece over here also. And I'm gonna try to finish baling over on this piece that I was on last night. And if we got time and the dew doesn't dry up too quick, I'll hop over here and start baling over there along that fence line and work this way. Seemed like we're making some pretty good bales last night. I'm just going to test some of these bales and make sure our moisture is right. So I don't know how well you can see on here, but we got green range, like a good range right here. It goes from about 13% up to 18%. And you want your hay to be in that range there. If you start getting too wet, you'll start getting mold and rot, and your hay will yellow, you know, if it doesn't mold. And if it's too wet, it can even catch on fire because it'll start composting. I know if you've ever put your hand over a compost pile and you feel that heat coming off of it, these bales will do the same thing if there's too much moisture in them. So we don't want that to happen, but these aren't even close to being that wet, but we just want to make sure they're in a good range here. All right, we're pretty good. We're right in that range. A couple places I tested, I didn't even move it, but I think we're pretty good to get going, because it's just going to keep getting drier as the morning goes on. got too dry for me to bale, so I just quit and we're gonna start hauling this hay out of here. I'm hoping we get this section hauled out, then I can bale up this other section later tonight, and hopefully we can haul that out as I'm baling it, and that pivot can just come right around through these fields, and we won't have to stop it because it bales in the field. This morning I was able to bale up this section here where we're at, and up in the other field. I don't know how well you can see it, but on the other side of the buried line, the other side of them wagons, I was able to finish that one too this morning. I had, I don't know, 8-10 windrows left in there when I started this morning, and finished that, then hopped over here. So we're chugging along. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.